Welcome in to DC On Screen. I am your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
Howdy.
And we are going to be talking and getting super spoilery on Arrow 417, Beacon of Hope.
You wouldn't say the episode's named Beacon of Hope, because they didn't use that phrase ever in the course of the episode, I feel like.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hear it at least 5 times.
No, so clearly. I liked it. It was just, after a minute, I'm chuckling to myself going, come on, guys. Talk around the phrase.
I'm pretty sure they had characters saying Beacon of Hope who didn't hear Thea say Beacon of Hope in the first time.
Right? It happened separately. Like, wow. So Laurel and Thea both hit upon that phrase that week. Apparently they were watching TV like together a couple weeks before, just having a glass of wine and a couple of shows, and I guess saw it somewhere and it was on their minds. That's what I'm telling myself, at least. I want to start out more positive with what I said than that, but I'll just say for now, then, right now, Cassidy's doing a hell of a lot better.
Right? Dude, I loved the opening training sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He's
that was
still
one of the things
king of the
that,
training
like,
room, too.
Yeah. Even our buddy Scott Madison said he didn't realize that he missed the training session scenes. I did realize that I missed them. Like, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, you know what? I haven't seen a good salmon ladder in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure that bunker has room for a salmon ladder, but
surely it does somewhere.
Kind of think we should have
Felicity
one.
designed it. There's no way she didn't install a salmon ladder.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I loved about season 1 was just like watching Oliver and Diggle like beat the hell out of each other in training sessions.
Right.
That was always fun to me.
And now it's just Oliver beating the crap out of everyone. He's got a little bit of misplaced anger these days.
I love that.
Poor Curtis.
Honestly, I love that everyone was so shocked that Oliver knew Voldemort.
Oh, yeah, it was wonderful. What? I've read books. He walks away going, there were movies? Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So, for the first island flashback, I wrote, WTF just happened.
Yep. I only had one note on the island again, and it's just gotten down to this now. My only note on the island. Island is hopeless. I don't know what else to do with it. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Scott actually said, what's up with that twitching eye on Baron? Oh, I've forgotten flashback bad guy's name. I'm not joking. I can't remember who he is.
Right. I feel you, buddy.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how that worked. Like,
I feel you.
I don't know.
Flashbacks
are awful.
Yeah, the flashbacks are killing me right now. They're not even a shadow of their former selves. And went with that particular word. I've been wanting to get Oliver back in the mayoral race since he dropped out. So voters hate waffling for me was not a good enough explanation. I kind of wish they'd done just one more line with, like, voters hate waffling. That's a fine little, okay, that's cute. But if, like, somebody had given him one, turn your eyebrow up, like, come on, really, bro? That's all you got. If all he'd had to do was just say, I've been through a lot right now. I don't think I'm up for mayor. That would be fine for me.
Yeah.
I don't think he's emotionally sound enough to be mayor of this city at the moment. But saying,
I don't think anyone ever actually wanted to see him as mayor on the show, though.
Oh, I sure as hell did.
You wanted to?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you can always depose him, have him step down, but you could have done a few good episodes of him being mayor and just see what happens. I would have enjoyed it for a few episodes. Step down, hand off the mantle. Like, for instance, Lance is about to be unemployed. Let him take over. Mayor Lance, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Here's what we do. We write Ollie out of the show. We make him mayor of Star City, write him out of Arrow. Let somebody else be Arrow, or the Green Arrow, or whatever. Or
bring Roy back. He'll be Red Arrow for a little while as a placekeeper.
Yeah. Then we do a separate show called Marked Mayor. And all it is Oliver defending himself from assassins every week.
Yeah.
Because no mayor in Star City can live.
Right. See, that story arc would work for me if they actually made him mayor, just long enough that he can kind of clear out the grounds. Just get it established that you can't kill a mayor whenever the hell you feel like it. Like, survive a few rounds, shore up the defenses, just clear the path, and then let somebody else take over. That would work for me.
See, that's what I'm hoping they're going to do with what's her face, Damien Darhk's wife or whatever she is.
Yeah.
I hope she wins, and then they just kill her off the next episode.
I mean, it would be breaking tradition to not kill her off the next episode at this point.
And just have Ollie be like, We should have seen this happening.
Somebody's back there going, I did. We let it happen on purpose, buddy.
So, anyway.
They've been on Star Trek here. These shows have been on Star Trek here this week. Did you like your little, that was a Tribbles reference in there, right?
Was it?
I could have sworn I heard Felicity turned and as like Holt walks in the office, she turns and is like, you people are like Tribbles today.
You could do what with Tribbles?
She's just saying they keep popping up over and over again. So she's saying like people keep popping into her office like, you're like Tribbles today.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I didn't catch that.
I'm going to have to go back and make sure I heard it right now. I'm astounded if it happened that you didn't hear the word Tribbles and go, awesome!
I think I was preoccupied. I actually hit like a wall where I was just like, okay, I'm officially tired of seeing boobs. Like,
you know what's sad? I'm not at all confused about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I got to say this,
like,
for Mama Smoke this episode, I got to say this in general. It's like they brought her on set and no one told her that they weren't doing like a bad slasher film. Because that's what she did this whole episode. She's in the proper wear, as you put it. Her acting is exactly on par with a bad slasher film. Yeah, man. It just didn't work for me. I mean, it was funny here and there, but it's not believable.
It wasn't even funny for me. I was just like, okay, so she's got like a couple of straps of clothing over each nipple.
Right.
And the highest high heels any man's ever damn seen.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, and actually, that was one salvageable part, because she has one line about, I'm buying flats from now on. This is ridiculous. Every week, it seems. That actually was worth a laugh.
Yeah. It's just, I hate her
These
character.
assaults are weekly. All right.
These assaults are weekly.
That's right. The show made fun of itself a few times this week.
And that's fine, but if they'd stop doing stupid shit, they wouldn't have to.
No, I know. And if they just pull back 300% on the B puns. It was funny one time when Holt did it, and I almost smirked at Biatch. Almost. But not really. Even that was a little too... I mean, I was so done. So done with B puns.
Yeah.
They weren't working.
I am, well, more than once I almost puked.
Well, she's Bug-Eyed Bandit, right? Is that the name of her in the books?
Yeah.
Brie Larson?
Yeah. Awful last name, but yeah.
Yeah, she's outright bad, though. She's Livewire bad. Can we make that a category of bad now?
Is it
not quite
Livewire bad?
Okay.
No.
All right, on a scale of Zoom to Livewire, where do you put it?
Geomancer is Livewire bad. Geomancer was Livewire
no, they're
bad.
about equal bad. I concur.
Brie Larson, I don't know, lesser. She's not as bad.
Just like
but pretty
Livewire -1 bad?
I honestly can't think of another villain.
It's exactly her level of poorness.
Yeah, that would be, I don't know.
There was a lot of this episode, though. This week, I mean, for us.
Oh,
World's Finest was delightful minus her, or minus those two, and this one, same thing. And she's outright ridiculous. She's outright ridiculous.
That's good. Brie Larson is Siobhan Smythe bad.
Oh, you want Silver Banshee bad?
Yeah, she's Silver Banshee bad. That works.
Okay.
But she wasn't quite as bad as Livewire. Livewire is just awful, just patently awful.
I agree. I can deal with that rating system. We should make a chart. We should make a chart so we can just point to it, like the smiley faces for the pain chart.
Right.
But yeah, she's just a poorly constructed character. Like you don't care about what's happening with her. The actress is over the top. You
know what? She's a little bit like a younger version of the therapist on Lucifer.
Yeah. It looks like it would be like a younger cousin of hers, doesn't it? Yeah. But
she could actually just play her, like a younger version of her.
Yeah, if they did a flashback episode, I'd totally cast her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's back. And then the B-Man thing that she makes, I guess Mama Smoke calls her Bugman or whatever.
The B Power Ranger. Yeah.
Yeah, the B Power Ranger. Fuck that, man.
Yeah, that was so dumb.
I'm watching that going, oh, this is ridiculous, man. Oh, no.
I was no. I just watched the Flash jump between universes, and then I watched him run back in time.
They were,
and then
I saw holy Harry Potter-esque time wraiths. I'm down. You just steal my wallet and take whatever you need out of it. And then I see this, and I'm just no.
The B Power Ranger is where I lost my suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, that's something Madison pointed out. I forget how he put it, but he was wondering how the hell this B Power Ranger, as you put it, suddenly learned martial arts on like an Oliver level. It was just created, seconds ago.
Scott said, "How did consolidated mech be? Robo-Man learn martial arts, especially at such a skill that he can lumber like a drunken vending machine and still beat an expert level fighter like Oliver."
Right.
Yeah, it was bad, man. I don't know what to say about that except that it was bad.
No, it does get you the one line that was worth it out of all that, where like they're leaning to each other. I think Thea's the one who says it. Like, this is why we leave the nicknames up to Cisco. Mm-hmm. That's what it got me out of it, which was kind of nice.
Yeah. I can kind of understand what they were going for because, I mean, I don't know, it sort of wouldn't do to have Oliver just swatting at bees the entire episode. I mean,
you know what it would remind you of, because it's going to remind you of The Happening eventually. Like, people just afraid of a row of shrubbery. Nothing happening on screen worth a damn.
Spoilers for The Happening.
Which, try it, by the way, if you ever get bored. You just want to have like one of those let's watch a bad movie and laugh at it nights. Grab The Happening, which is a bad movie outright, but put it on mute and marvel as they run from side to side of the screen from absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Wonderful.
I laughed really hard at Quentin Lance this week. He was like,
"Oh no, Independence Day."
That was funny. Well, I like movies.
What? I can't watch movies? I like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think I know the line you're talking about. I have it written down too.
When he's like, "Can't we like whip up some kind of digital honey?" I like him being with the team.
He's so much more fun there. Yeah, they ask him, "Do you even know what you're dealing with?" He's like, "That is an army of robotic bees." Yep. Yeah, that's my life.
That's my life now.
Hell yeah, Lance! Welcome to the club, man.
Yeah.
You can have as much coffee as you want down here.
Oh man.
Dug that.
Okay, so I did like that Malcolm went to Damien Darhk and told him that Hive is moving forward with Genesis, just not with him. That was a lot of fun. Like I liked that. I liked Murmur.
Dark was. Oh God, I got so happy when I saw Murmur.
Yeah.
I mean, I had like paused it and had to like looked at it, thought, sure, I can't believe this. No, man, it was wonderful. Like, Murmur's actually like running the prison. He's so cool. Mm-hmm. I kind of buy it because that is one sick bastard. Mm-hmm.
So,
and oh man, Dark has gotten no less fun to watch just because he's on Powerless and on the other side of a set of bars right now. Like that speech at the very end where he's like, "Are they dead?" No, I had this wonderful speech prepared.
Yeah, that was just
fun. Classic Dark right there. And then before it was they all approach him in the middle of the hallway. It was like, "Oh, I get it, fans. Yeah, you want me to pose for a selfie?" He has earned the phrase eminently watchable, and I will not be retracting it from him anytime soon.
Yeah, he's good.
He's damn good.
Were you a little bugged by no pun intended?
You say?
Yeah. No pun intended. There were enough in this episode to kill a cow. Were you a little bugged by the fact that Felicity keeps going, "I thought I left all this behind"? I'm like, yes, since last week.
Right. They've got to give me a little bit going on with Felicity right now, because right now she wants to leave, and she gets out and she realizes that she can help the world in other ways, and she's right about that. Actually, She is in a position, and she is that clever. She actually might be able to do more good getting a full night's sleep and going to work. Mm-hmm. I can get behind that, but having abandoned it so quickly without any kind of it'd be like a nicotine craving almost, wouldn't it?
Yeah, dude, the way she was talking about how she hasn't been doing it. It was almost like she's been gone for a whole season and we just got back to her.
Right. Yeah, it didn't feel soon enough. And I did like her conversation with Thea later where Thea's telling her, like, "Come on, you don't miss this at all. Like, there's no better, like, that's the best thrill you can get is like you run around doing all this." And they don't say what she means, but it's actually a good line. She just says, "I was never in it for that." And you can tell exactly what she means. And, that's well done. But I need her to go a little bit. I need more specifics on why she's not going to be there. I need that fleshed out, like what she's going to do, what her plan is, other than essentially free health care. Like, that's her big scam. That's the big idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it doesn't seem like she needed Bad Bug Lady to come on and present the idea that, hey, maybe you should just lower the cost on that chip and tell your board of directors to fuck themselves. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a charity at that point, I know, and you're not going to make money, but whatever. She'll find a way. Clever girl. She'll find a way to monetize that.
I did laugh when Donna said, "I have to force your feelings out of you like a pistachio."
Yeah. No, it was the pause before where she's trying to figure out what to compare it to. And like the best she comes up with is like a pistachio.
Look, I know that Oliver was reprimanding Curtis. By the way, I love that Curtis is now like part of the team.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you how much you enjoyed Holt this episode.
I love that he reverse engineered it, tracked him back to the place. I loved all of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I am totally down for him being the new Felicity. Like if we need to move Felicity on to something else, that is fine because of Mr. Terrific.
Right. If you give me that. And I don't like where they ended it though, where apparently he's going to be lying to his husband the whole time.
I don't either. Not
digging that. I mean, we've already had scenes with the husband. Like we, as viewers, we trust this guy. Just let him in on it for all I care. Doesn't matter. I mean, over on the Flash, Cisco tells at least one person a week who Barry Allen really is, and no one seems to care.
Right. Sorry, I was in mid yawn. I would have laughed at that much sooner. It was good.
A ringing endorsement.
But I know he was being reprimanded. Like Ollie was reprimanding Curtis. And like actually went into like a real like serious bit there for a second, but when
like,
he said
you're
Curtis,
cringing for Holt, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But when he goes Curtis, now's not the time for high fives. I lost my shit. That was so funny.
I thought the rest of the team was going to have his back because they had already laid it in. Diggle had already said like you have to celebrate your victories or forget what you're fighting for, which is a great fucking point. This is why we have Diggle. Mm-hmm. Like this is an everyman kind of like he comes from a common sense background that I can totally. Well, I wish I could relate to more, but anyway, he has common sense even if I don't. So they'd already laid it into the show. And when Curtis comes out and says almost the exact damn same thing, I thought for sure somebody was going to hop in there and defend him. But no, everyone just, Ollie's mad. Everyone get your nose down. Everyone get your nose down. Maybe he won't yell at me. Mm-hmm. And it does. Like Laurel walks him over there and says, okay, so are there any more puppies you'd like to kick? Or maybe like a sack of kittens you'd like to throw down a river? Or...
I liked Laurel here. I did. I liked Laurel as being the conscience for Oliver.
Right. And she...
A lot better choice than Diggle.
They gave her something to do, and she did a good job with it.
Because, Diggle would just be like, I don't know what you're supposed to do with Holt, but you got to lie to him, man. You just got to lie to him. Diggle, it doesn't even make sense to lie to him. He will hate you forever, Oliver. He will hate you forever.
Don't lie to him.
What?
Why? He already knows everything, though. You know, during the cutscene, like he passes out, and then it cuts to commercial, and then they come back, and he's standing there. You know, damn well during that cutscene, John turns to everyone and goes, "Okay, he just passed out. We have an opportunity to lie to him. Mm-hmm. Let's get our story straight. Mm-hmm. We'll let him wake up in a bar somewhere."
Yeah. So Palmer Tech is going to be the beacon of hope. Yay! Andy Diggle is the big bad, I guess, kind of. I'm not sure. But that seemed to be the point.
I don't freaking know.
That seemed to be the point.
If Merlin's talking to him, he's surely dubious. But other than that, did you enjoy your I know you're a fan of these movies. So did you enjoy the Felicity tells her Thea, we're in a Die Hard movie with bees?
I did like that. I
heard that line. I was, oh man, that they pretty much did that for Dave, didn't they?
Maybe. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think the Die Hard movies are good.
But you enjoy the hell out of them.
I just enjoy the hell out of them. They're ridiculous.
They're worth it. Oh, did I hear this wrong? Tell me if I did. Does Echo or does sorry, they're interchangeable almost to me sometimes. Does Curtis not just say outright that he thought Neil Adams and data processing was the Arrow?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. A lot of Neil Adams references in this bastard.
Yeah.
Is that there's the corner of O'Neill and Adams, right? Is that right? Mm-hmm. Where apparently people frequently meet. I love that though. That's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm. That was good. Let's see. Was there anything? Oh, Scott Madison didn't like the computer virus Arrow.
Let me put it this way, Scott. It made at least as much sense as anything else that happened, right? Concerning the bees.
It made more sense than the Power Ranger bee.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, by this point, that's almost like, I feel where you're coming from, man, but at that point, you've just turned the corner where nothing makes sense anymore because they've lost all the suspension they were supposed to be keeping.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Christian Fuentes answered our question from a couple weeks ago. He said Diggle and Speedy bought coke in order to set a trap for the anti-vigilante task force gone rogue cops.
Right.
Yeah, man. Cool. Thank you.
I was sure we had just forgotten it somehow, and that was a real reference, because the show took it way too seriously, but yeah, I'd forgotten that. Good call, bud.
Yeah, so I don't brain so well sometimes, so sorry. There's a lot of shows to remember.
Just catching up.
Did you see? Well, I guess I'm going to read it anyway, so it doesn't matter if you saw it. Scott Madison.
I did, but as you were.
Says potential spoiler for the next episode through the use of frame by frame. I'm pretty sure I see a full head of dark hair in the shot with the doctor, about where the patient would be. I think this removes Mama Smoke, Quentin, and Laurel from the equation. Probably Thea as well, because it looks like short hair. This leaves John, Andy, Malcolm, John, and Andy.
Right.
Let's just get all kinds of crazy and do this. Make Andy a traitor and either kill him or write him out. Let John be the one in the grave. When his new helmet arrives from Cisco, give it to Curtis and let him pull double duty as a tech person and an official Mr. Terrific in the field. God, that sounds good.
I could dig parts of it.
I could dig parts of it, definitely. Quentin will lose his job after the trial and become a shot caller for the team in the bunker. Season 5 will see Oliver leave the team as he gives into his depression over Felicity and the death of John, and becomes essentially the criminal-killing Dark Arrow. Let the flashback of this 5th year become the main storyline, while the flash forward storyline follows Thea, Laurel, Curtis, and Quentin running their own team and looking for Oliver. I really like all of that idea, or a large part of it.
Large part.
Develop Felicity's story as she rebrands Palmer Tech into Smoke Technologies, like we saw in 2046. Our cast has been rearranged and given different roles to fill in the story, while streamlining it to allow a better balance between Island Year 5 and Star City plots. Let Stephen Amell grow a beard and a long hair and film the island, while Dark Arrow is essentially the villain of Season 5, killing criminals and virtually never being seen in Star City until the end of the season, when he needs to return to face the Season 6 villain who is revealed in the cliffhanger, Deathstroke. Man, Scott needs to write this show.
I'd let him write the show, yeah.
Damn, Scott.
Yeah, I could deal with that. I will. Let me read something else though.
Okay.
The official episode synopsis for 11:59. Oliver and Diggle learn that Merlin is going to try to break Dark out of prison. Meanwhile, Laurel gets a surprising offer, and Felicity has a heart to heart talk with Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope they kill somebody, because that sounds boring.
Oh man, it does.
It doesn't sound great. I mean, we're gonna get a lot of Merlin back in fighting trim, I suppose. He's in costume in the promos. I don't really know how he's gonna fire anything. I guess he's a single swordsman now, but all that archery is out the door.
Right.
Until he finds Palmer Tech and gets a new arm somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had him already using the entire the little bit of leftover resources from the league that he has, and the new resources he has with Hive and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I would already have had him sneak into the Palmer Tech to steal some sort of arm technology that would be way ahead of its time.
Right.
That probably Holt's working on like in his spare time, but still is the most brilliant damn innovation they've had in that field in a long time, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to ask you, T-spheres. Do you like seeing them again?
I enjoyed seeing them, yeah. I
hate that he hasn't gotten them. I hate that he hasn't gotten him fixed yet, but
yeah,
in time.
At this point, I love Holt so much. I would watch an entire show just based on him.
I agree.
Of course, I'd rather him just stick around and make Arrow better, but
right,
full cast member, do it.
Yep.
Series regular.
I think he's on series regular by now, isn't he?
Is he?
Surely. He feels like one. I don't know if he's got like an official status, but
yeah, main cast then.
Yeah, I want him in the
whatever
credits
the promotion
before it gets to guest starring. That's
right. Whatever the promotion would be, let's do that.
Yeah,
he's better than half of the people you have on the main cast. Go ahead and just throw him on.
Let me put it this way: and everything we've said about Arrow, which we've been a lot happier here recently than we have at other times, man. You, but have we said any one single thing about Echo Kellum not being awesome?
I don't think so.
I don't think we've had one demerit in the entirety of the cast.
In my estimation, he has been nothing short of terrific.
Right. It's rare that like I have a character in mind where I actually want to use the phrase flawless, but man, flawless.
So far.
I mean, literally early in this episode when he's getting sent home with a cold, and I'm literally thinking to myself, no, show, don't just send him home with a cold. I want more.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got for Arrow 417, man. What do you think?
Me too. Get rid of B-Girl and let's get back to what made you a good show, guys.
And that's not Donna's boobs, just so you were clear.
That's a lot of cleavage, man. It's more cleavage than person on that scene.
We are DC On Screen. You can find every episode at dconscreen.com. You can find us on iTunes and Stitcher and Twitter and Facebook and everywhere that I know of.
And places we don't.
There are places I don't know exist, and we're there. We're both proud members of Giant Size Team Up Network, GiantSizeTeamUp.com. If you'd like a similar podcast about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, go check out our friends Matt Carroll and Jeff Randall at the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, MCUcast.com. Until next time, guys, where we'll be covering Legends of Tomorrow.
It's
109
back.
Left Behind. Keep some DC on your screen.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Here's to choice. To making your voice be heard. To getting exactly what you want. Especially when you eat. At Subway restaurants, you choose your freshly baked bread, meats, cheese, and veggies to make a sub that's just right for you. Come in and create yours today. Subway. Eat fresh.